Hey, Brook Drum here, and I've got some questions and answers, hopefully. Can you explain how bed leveling is going to work? We're using the Pin to 2, and mainly because it's small and it fits behind here in the mount. When it's all said and done here, it'll fit behind. So what it does is it measures in multiple locations how high the bed is from the arms. So then in software, it levels it. Are there any significant design changes between the Kickstarter video and the current model? We notice the front button is now gone. Yeah, on my shelf over there, we have one with the button. And we're always trying to drive cost out without taking away any features. So I had that on the front because I'm partial to those pretty buttons with LEDs. But on the back here, we got a switch. It's very simple. It's like a computer, so that button is gone. The power supply is inside here, and so I had to make it wider. When you go to assemble, you find these little itty bitty improvements that you can make, and so we'll continue to make those until we ship. And some of it is for manufacturing. How easy is the Bowden tube to disassemble if there's a filament blockage? There's a Bowden tube right here. You press the blue, you pull out the Bowden tube. Yes, it's bundled with the wires just for neatness. So you can just pop that out and pull the filament out. It's no problem. It's just like any other Bowden tube 3D printer. Not a big deal, don't be scared. Are there any differences in printer size and print area with this model, or is everything the same as specifications shown previously? Yeah, there has been changes because the realities of all the decisions we made. Some of these decisions were made ad hoc, like in process. So when we added a heater bed, we needed a more powerful power supply, opted to put it inside. So it does adjust things a little bit. What we think we're making ends up being even better later. How will it get shipped to keep it protected, particularly those arms? What's really nice about this machine versus some of the other stuff that I've done in the past is it very easily fits inside like a rectangle, like a cube or whatever. Very easy to put, foam or cardboard corners on this. And the nice thing is it is assembled. So a lot of other printers, to get a smaller shipping package, they'll break it apart and you have to put it together. That's not the case here. These arms, we were putting some filament right here. It fits really nicely in the box, roll of filament. And we can rest the arms on top of that filament with a little spacer in between. So it's working out very nicely for the shipping, no worries. All right, is there an accelerometer on the machine, and what is the use benefit? We put them on these machines, so stay tuned. We may include that in the final version, but no promises. We're just doing the testing on these. One thing I have added to the final model is some kickouts on the side for rigidity. Let's see, can we see the pen holder and how a pen will attach? No, I don't have it right here with me. But the beautiful thing about this style of printer is there's a tool holder right here. I'll take this one off and show you, since it's just mocked up here. So that's the tool holder for the hot end. That's bigger than a pen. So you can imagine we drill a hole, we put a marker or pen holder in. Maybe you want to 3D print your own and fit in here, but we'll make one. I kind of like the idea of a Sharpie because I love Sharpies. But when will we see test prints? Well, the reason I haven't shown test prints is because I could show you test prints from these machines now that were made using a different set of electronics in the early beta, the alpha period of the machine. But we want to show you, we're kind of holding off to show you what this machine as shipped will actually print like. What we want to show you is our electronics and how we've tuned it to our electronics. So resolution is largely, not always, but largely measured in the layer height. So we're going to try to choose a resolution that's really great right off the bat. So there's always a middle ground to hit with resolution, but we think we've made a mechanical design that is really, really fun and potentially could print really fast. What machine was used to create these arms? These arms were made by Brian Rowe, who used to be working with me. He was on the TV show with me. These were all made